Okay, welcome back to PyraPOD. Today I'm glad to introduce a new line of design. This we call PyraTOPE, T-O-P-E, PyraTOPE. Tope has several meanings, but one of the meaning has something to do with the ecological environment. So we like to present a structure that is floating on water. Okay, so basically this is a structure that is floating on water and then has its own power to float and move to different area. It's not it's not fast moving, but it's slow floating, okay, powered by its own engine, so that you can actually travel to different places of the world through ocean. So this is the design that we believe that fill the gap in our design. As people know that PyraPOD originally referred to a greenhouse, to a structure, right? To a structure on the ground, right? But the PyraCAR refers to a structure that is mobile, that is moving, right, on the ground, right? And then the PyraLEV refer to an airship that is that can float in air, right? Can fly in air and then can ascend into the top layer of the Earth's atmosphere, right? So there's a gap, you see, when you look at the whole, the three lines, you know there's a gap, right? The gap is do we have a floating device? Do we have a floating structure, right? A floating city, that can move and float on water. And because everybody knows that the 70% of the Earth's surface is covered with water, right? 70%, huge amount, right? So for that reason, we should, we should have something like this, right? That can float and can basically it's a city, a community living place over the surface of the water, right? So for that reason, we are so happy that we come up with this design. For those who have been following my video channel, they know that this is not something new, right? This is actually a structure that we use to build a community on the ground, right? So as you can recognize, all the white part, above, above this line, that's our what do we call it? Paradome. I think we call it paradome. Structure. And this time we simply add a bottom, right? Sealed bottom that is basically symmetrical to the see at this point, so basically we flip the top over to the bottom and leave some gap for certain area, for this area, right? Because this is the area that a small boat can enter through the gate, and then people can get on board and disembark the ship, right? The boat. So so we add the bottom, and we also remove the top pyramid, right? Make it flat bottom here, and also make it hollow, so that actually for people inside, and they can actually dive from here, right? You can see the water once you have any vessel, and then you put it upside down into the water, and the water won't pushing all the way to the top, right? Because you have air inside, right? You have air pressure. The air pressure will create a balance, will create a balance between the water pressure and the inside pressure, right? So for that reason, you see, we show that that's roughly where the water might stop right there, and then there is a air gap, right? There there's a tight airtight surface, right? Layer of floor, right? The airtight floor, so that the water won't get in and the air won't come out, right? So for that reason, we can have a flat bottom. Also, we can have we can allow the people inside to actually dive from there, right? So there will be airlock. See, this part that's the airlock, and this part is the elevator, and moving from this floor to all the way to the top, right? So that's what it is. Very unique, very interesting, right? So the whole thing can float on water, and so it acts like a like a ship, right? Water ship, water disk, right? We call it a PyraTOPE. So this tope can float on water, and and also equipped with landing beach. You can call it beach, or you can call it landing platform, so that a ship can stop here, then people can get on and get off, right? So, and then also same here, for medium size ship, a boat, and then to dock, right? And then for the smaller one, they can enter through the gate, right, and enter inside, right? So and then a lot of living units, and also a lot of growing area, right? You can see all the rooftop, and along, like a donut, right? Like a donut, but even the center of the donut is also a huge greenhouse, and then inside you can grow food, and even grow trees, because this is very tall, right? The height is very tall. So for that matter, this community boat, this community PyraTOPE can actually provide living space, and also provide sustainable living condition, right? Because everything is self-contained, everything is airtight. Literally, this structure, if you seal everything, literally you can send this type of structure to the moon, to the Mars, right? And because as long as you have sunshine, you have the sun still up there, and then you capture the solar energy inside, both the light and the heat of the sun, right? The radiation, and then you can literally to sustain, have a sustainable structure, that everything inside is protected, and the sun powers everything, right? So this is the whole idea, okay? And so we'll just quickly show you some images, something that help you understand this better. I think we have most of it, right? But we just see, some other, it's just different angle, basically, yeah. So you can see that this is another angle to look at the structure, and takes it. This file is huge, so it takes a while to load fully. And as you can see, the deck, the dock, actually, I mean a platform, so you can call it a beach, right? And then every little beach, I mean this platform actually can, the ladder can go move up, and then this thing can actually retrieve, right? So that but once it's stopped, and then this thing could open, and then people can get on, get off the boat, and then there's a ladder, right? Ladders, so they can get onto the balcony. This balcony surround the whole structure, so basically you can visit anyone. You can, you have outside, like a balcony, and then you have inside balcony. See here, it's sealed. Inside is so the inside is all the condition can be controlled. The outside is it's just for you to enjoy the nature outside. And so it's like this, okay? And as you can see, there's also inner unit, living unit inside. And yeah, there's all kinds of things. Basically it depends what you want to build, right? Whether it's a water park, right? Whether it's entertainment center, or underwater park, or aquarium, right? Whatever, it depends, right? It could be a tourist center, right? You can set up this on your local lake, and then you have a lake park, right? And it's floating on the lake and can move around slowly, right? So a lot uses you can imagine. And could be a community, right? If your church is big enough, you can allow the whole church members have a living unit in this structure, and then you can have meeting, right, in the center, whatever, right? Basically it's it could be could have many uses, right? So for that reason, I'm glad to introduce this to the whole world, and let you know that you can build. No, I mean, I don't think you can build, but the shipbuilder could build. But you know what I mean. You can do something like this, right? There's give you the option of building a city or a community on the surface of the water, instead of picking a land that is hard to find, right? Then you have other options, right? So that's what it is. Yeah, for that I'm glad to introduce this, and maybe just quickly, and the last one to show this picture. And basically this shows the envelope. It's a plane cut it open, right, to reveal what is inside, right? So you see the donut part. You have apartment inside, there's back balcony, there's area that connect to the inside building. There's a swimming pool, right? There's all kinds of things you can do. And then in the center, we show that there's a central elevator, basically to send people from basically to any floor, right, up and down. But there's also an airlock chamber. Airlock, right, has basically two entrances, two doors, right? You get into this, and then you seal the top, the bottom, right? And then you can prepare for diving. And then when you are ready, right, then you open the bottom, seal the top, open the bottom, and then you can dive, right? So this type of mechanism allow you to easily enjoy diving. I mean, without getting outside, right? You can do everything from within, right? Yeah, and there's many levels that allow you to store food, basically lots of spaces, for storage, right? For example, pure water, right? By the way, the whole system itself can produce huge amount of condensation, condensated water, basically can convert the water in the air into liquid, right? And then it basically produce its own clean water, right? Yeah, so this is why I'm so excited to present something like this to the whole world, and let the world know that there's many opportunities to use the Earth's resource, and the best thing about this structure is there's no waste. Okay, so when you look at this structure, you may think, oh boy, what about the garbage, right? Where you threw the garbage, right? There's no garbage, right? Basically, just tell you there's no waste. It's everything is self-contained. Everything can be recycled inside. So there's no waste. There's no anything that basically this thing floating on water cannot leave any footprint. Any footprint that. So you see that we try to present the possibility that we don't have to harm the environment. We don't need to throw a lot of garbage into the environment in order to survive, in order to even to live a luxury life like this, inside this type of PyraTOPE, right? So to let you know, if you fully understand all the principles and the ideas we have for PyraPOD, then you'll know, right? It's not hard at all, right? It's doable. It's just the people never thought that this can be done, right? They thought they have to dig into the deep to get oil, to get gas, and they cannot rely on the solar energy to do many things. But we're going to prove differently. We're going to prove using our PyraPOD greenhouse and PyraPOD habitat, right? And PyraFarm, to show that you can grow a lot of things without leaving any trace of garbage into the atmosphere, into the environment, right? So that's what we're trying to do. So hopefully you understand the whole thing, and then have confidence, and also spend time to explore, right, what we have presented so far. We have been making numerous videos to introduce the ideas. So we appeal to you that take these things seriously. This is not high tech, right? This is low tech. Literally, this is low tech. This is very simple. It's based on basic physics, basic understanding of the nature, and based on the fact we learn from the nature, and then we work with the nature. Okay, so that's why we can bring everything outside in the nature, and then to bring it inside, use the same principles, use the same natural laws to create an ecological system, that people and other living beings can coexist inside. Okay, so we hope you like it, and we'll see you next time.